Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the men's room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the men's room.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to show number 2890. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, D. Ted Smith, Woman Fox, and my cock, Montgomery, are in the men's room. On tap today, who sucks less? We will review some men's room rules. Get ready to play Profile This. Plus headlines, the men's room shot of the day, phone number, listener emails, and everyone's favorite TV time on 10. Click, clack, drink it, drunk. All right, here we go. North Carolina man spots a baby doll inside a stolen truck. It turns out to be the real thing. A man robs a church and leaves a note to pray for me and steals $4,000 in electronics and bling. People in Delaware, believe it or not, are so shallow they will pay $400,000 for a vanity plate. When you feed your family vomit or mushrooms, your chances of puking seem to be great. And a man poses as his ex-fiance's mother's ghost to win her back. Guess how that turns out. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right. Have you ever gotten your hand stuck in a vending machine? I have not, but a guy in China did. And to be fair, he did not get his entire hand stuck in there, just a finger. But he was stuck in there for 20 minutes with his finger trapped in a vending machine. Mildly embarrassing. And so you consider the fact this particular vending machine, it dispenses sex toys. So here you are for 20 minutes with your hand trapped and a vending machine that dispenses sex toys. Not a good look and not something that he expected to happen. But a lot of unexpected things happen. Just read the news. But we're not talking about those things. We're talking about the more personal experiences. You know, like the woman who had her toilet stolen after breaking up with a guy. They break up. I'm not sure if it's a good breakup or bad breakup, but to have a little revenge, he stole her toilet. Just her toilet. There's a dude in Florida. He pulls over to the side of the road, sees an alpaca. He feeds it Doritos and cheese nips and peanuts. Then the alpaca died. He did not know that would happen, but that is precisely what happened. Because like we said, unexpected things happen. We've all been in that awkward situation where we just didn't think that what happened was, well, that is going to happen. And man, oh man, sometimes it's a weird, weird feeling. So this is what we want to talk about today. Here is our question. When did you say, I didn't think that would happen?
Be a part of the Big Show. Call 844-999-OLA. Like The Men's Room on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Men's Room Live. And send your emails to themensroom@mensroomlive.com. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Hola, bitches. You're listening to the men's room.
Oh, Michelle is in. Away we go. Welcome to show number 2890. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. One of these days, we are going to take a vacation day, and we guarantee you that this could possibly be a future repeat. This show is so huge. Who Sucks Less is coming up. Haven't got a buzz yet as far as the office talk on Who Sucks Less. Are we dealing with a pretty horrible one this week, or how are we doing this?
I mean, it's never good. It's never good, and clearly I'm not the gauge of these things, because last week I said, well, it's not the worst thing in the world, and I believe a couple of the comments that came in were straight up F you Thrill.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so I'm not a good judge of this.
That means you hit the right bullet points there. Men's Room rules, we have a whole bunch of them that you've made throughout the years. If you go to mensroomlive.com, they're all in different categories based on the situation involved. We have a few today that we want to see if we can put into law that have to do about, believe it or not, the use of a common area sink. And I don't know why we get these, but we got 2 of them from 2 totally different people based on 2 totally different scenarios. So men's room rules coming up. And keep in mind, there is a category called bathroom etiquette that is located within our rules. This falls under that umbrella there. And our question today, when did you say I did not think that would happen? We have a ton of stories where just out of nowhere, this is not where you thought the story was going to go.
It's like M. Night Shyamalan. There's a twist.
Yes, a man in China. He had to be rescued after getting his finger stuck in a sex toy vending machine. The man, known by a pseudonym of Zhu,
Z-H-U, I'm not sure.
Zhu, I think Zhu, probably, said he was trying to reach a product he had paid for through a small hole. He did pay for it, but his hand was jammed, according to the media there in China. He was trapped for 20 minutes or so before being freed. The incident took place near a clinic in a city that I guess is in, oh boy.
Don't bother.
Zhejiang. Yeah. Which came to rescue Zhu. Zhu claimed that he had paid for the unspecified product on his mobile phone, but the product failed to drop. So he claimed to the police that he called the machine's customer service hotline. The representatives, they weren't able to help him. Therefore, he had to solve the problem by himself. After seeing a small hole on the panel of the machine, Zhu decided to put his ring finger into the hole to in a bid to reach the product, but the finger got jammed or stuck in there. So yes, he had to call a firefighter for help. The report said the rescuers used a special polishing machine, ironically enough, to cut through the panel before using a stick to crack it. He was freed after a 10-minute rescue effort. Oh wait, there's more. There's all kinds of more. All right, let's go here. And this is a crazy story, but you know what? You can't believe it. It says, while it's hard to be on top of your game, and by the way, this takes place over in Scotland, and I want to also say that this writer was, I want to say, from the Daily Mail. I believe the Daily Mail. Yes, the Daily Mail. Okay. And I think that the writer here, Hope, makes a very good point. She says, while it's hard to be on top of your game while you're intoxicated, there are 3 rules to a successful night of heavy drinking. The holy trinity of drinking, she refers to it as. All right. So, a successful night, there are 3 rules. Do you guys know the holy trinity that you're supposed to have on you at all times when you're drinking?
To me, my keys, my wallet, and some cash.
Okay.
But I don't know what she's talking about.
The holy trinity that she says, if you're going to be intoxicated,
aspirin, water, Gatorade,
you must have on your body, on your person.
Oh, on your person.
Yes, this is the holy trinity.
Oh, okay.
This is the holy trinity of things that you, and I think she makes a great point here. And it figures it's from across the pond to come up with this, but yeah. The holy trinity.
All right, I got it. A pie? Right? The little pies they eat?
No.
Put that in your pocket, a bottle of water.
A pie?
Some aspirin.
Put a pie in your pocket.
I'll read it as...
Well, not, like the pies they eat.
No, I understand. It's still ridiculous.
That's English.
I'll read it as it is written. While it's hard to be on top of your game while you're intoxicated, there are 3 rules to a successful night of heavy drinking. 1, make sure you have the holy trinity on you at all times. Phone, wallet, keys.
All right, yeah.
Oh, so he was right.
Mm-hmm. The problem is when you are drunk, it's not that you don't have those things to begin your evening, all right? Mm-hmm. But anyone that's been really drunk, can attest to one thing. Once you get drunk, as Mike Tyson would say, you have not been punched in the face. So whatever plan you had going in, once you're drunk, all kinds of bets are off.
Sure, but just remember all the time, do I have those 3 things on me? And that's the mindset there.
When you're hammered, I just don't know that like you're not feeling responsible when you're getting drunk. That's all, man.
I agree. Number 2 on the list, don't drive. And number 3, get home safely. So that's the 3 rules. Thomas Arley probably thought...
Come on, man. I mean, that's everybody...
It's like saying, be careful when you slip up. We know that part.
Well, Thomas Arley probably thought he was in the clear when he ordered a taxi to take him to his parents' house to sleep off a night with the guys. He entered the residence, took his shoes off at the door, went to the kitchen to get a juice, and he laid down on the couch. All was well. And he went to sleep. Except his parents didn't live in that house anymore in Glasgow. They moved a couple years ago. Elaine McDade, a dance teacher and mother too, she lived there. And while Thomas proved to be very polite, it still is a scary situation to realize there's a 26-year-old stranger in your living room sleeping on your couch. She says, every single time I come into my house, I lock my door behind me. Every time out of habit. Even during the day, I always do it. The one and only time I didn't. As she explained on her Facebook, she and her children were in bed watching TV when she went to get a drink. That's when she spotted Arley. When I saw him, I woke him up straight away. I even asked him if he used to live here or if he lived in the same street now and had just gotten the wrong door. She called her husband at work, and he arrived to drive Arlie home, but Arlie couldn't remember where he lived.
Oh, jeez.
So McCade's husband dropped him at the supermarket. Someone who knew Arlie's parents eventually sent him to the photo that McCade had snapped of him on her couch, and he apologized profusely on Facebook.
Sure.
In the end, everyone was safe. I guess they say safe for some ribbing from Arlie's friends. It just does seem so English, does it? Who are you on my couch?
Oh, that's quite fast.
Did you mean to go 2 houses down? Oh, no.
The one time you don't
would you like some
door.
tea this morning? Do you need a biscuit?
But see, that's cool, though, man. Feel like, all right, this guy's on the level.
Who the F are you? Chick.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
right.
I mean,
That's when he got shot.
Right, there's a much different. Thank God this didn't happen in like Texas,
Right,
or Florida, or whatever. When did you say I didn't think that would happen? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Ben. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola!
Hola!
How's it going today, guys?
Doing great, man.
That's good. So my story starts off with the power. The power was out one day or one night, and I was like 10 years old thereabouts, and I had to go number 2. Had to drop a Luke's Doozy, and I went into the bathroom and we had candles all over the place, and so I was just sitting there doing my business, and I reach over and grab the toilet paper that wasn't on the roll for some reason. And as I'm pulling it over towards me, a piece of it was dangling down, got caught right in the candle flame, and the whole roll caught on fire. And so after that, I just kind of threw it, freaked out, screamed a little bit, got my business done real quick.
I bet you did.
And then it landed right on a pile of newspapers. That was the fun part. So those all caught on fire. So I'm just sitting there, scared out of my mind, on the toilet, haven't even wiped yet, so it's not like I can get up and run around. And only thing I could see around me was my mom's robe, and I threw that over the fire.
And then I saw gasoline, so I dumped that on the fire.
Luckily, it was a little damp, so it actually did put it out for the most part. But then explaining the scorch marks to my mom was the fun part, because I didn't tell her. I was just like, okay, I'm not going to get caught. I'll just throw away the newspapers. And then later on, she was like, Ben, why are there scorch marks on the wall? I was like,
I really lit it up in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's when I told her. I wasn't in trouble at all. She understood. Really cool moment, but yeah, no, I was scared. I was terrified.
Yeah, I bet you were. I've never caught myself on fire in the bathroom or anything on fire. Fortunately for me,
I've seen you catch yourself on fire.
I've caught my body on fire before, but I've never caught anything in my house on fire. I haven't had that experience.
I think you were right
yet.
when you said I've never caught myself on fire in the bathroom.
Well, I've never caught myself.
don't brag
I've never
or
caught
anything.
anything on fire unintentionally.
You got to have the qualifier.
Yeah, and I'll burn a
Didn't
candle.
one of you
here.
guys burn each other?
I accidentally caught myself on fire.
Miles was on fire at my place.
But I mean, I've never caught anything besides me on
Your
fire.
foot was on fire.
exactly.
Like you
You lit yourself on fire in your own home.
Fire.
You don't
Yeah.
get to say, I've never done this.
Well, no. I'm saying
You
I never caught
were
anything
on
That's
fire.
a good point, I guess. But I've never caught anything else other than me on fire.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I haven't ruined anything other than myself, which is, pretty cool of me, I think. What did you say?
Selfless.
How are you spinning that?
I am.
He's selfless.
I never heard anything but me.
The only thing I light on fire is myself. Everyone else is.
That guy's an idiot. I've never lit anything on fire in my home.
I didn't
Except
hurt
myself.
I didn't hurt
Except
myself.
myself.
Yeah.
I mean, I was on fire.
I shot myself. I didn't shoot anyone.
Right.
What did you say? I didn't think that would happen. 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Brandon. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
All right. So I had a roommate and a girlfriend at the time. We were all, I was driving late. It was like 3:00 in the morning, and we're driving down this road. It's one lane in both directions. It's a pretty narrow road, and there's a super lifted truck that's just right in my bumper the whole way down this road. And at one point, he drives around me, and he parks his truck kind of angled, like to cut me off to where I can't even get around him. And I find a gap, I get around him, I'm kind of freaking out, and he does this about 2 or 3 more times.
Now, what are you thinking? What are you thinking as this is going on? How long does this go on, or what are you thinking while it's happening?
This goes on for about a minute, and the whole time I'm thinking whoever this is trying to kill me.
Are you in the middle of nowhere? Are you in a residential area? Or, how far out are you?
It's It's between two cities, but it's kind of middle of nowhere. There's not a lot of street lighting.
All right, and one other question.
It's a pretty dead road.
When you're thinking to yourself, man, this guy, and I can understand why you're thinking, hey, maybe this guy wants to kill me. Did anyone cross your mind of who it might be? I'd have like 3 people like, oh, that's Doug.
Not really. I don't think I've ever made anybody that angry.
Yeah, my thing would be like this: is this a deliverance thing? Does he think that like his old girlfriend is in the car? Like, does he want to rob us? Like, well, what is happening here?
I had no idea, but I'm driving, and at one point when he cuts in front of me, he actually fully blocks to where I cannot get around him. So I put my car in reverse. I'm about to gun it in reverse. And this guy steps out of the car, and it's the shadiest looking Russian guy I've ever seen in my life. And I'm about to, floor it in reverse, and he's putting his hands up like a.
Did he finance a campaign for you?
But he's got his arms up in the air, kind of like hey, I'm not trying to hurt you or anything like that. And I'm looking at him, so I'm like, all right, I'm going to keep my foot ready, but I want to hear him out. So I crack my window just a little bit, and he's walking up to me with a cigarette in his mouth, and he's like, I just need lighter.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
This is Roski way of getting light.
This dude cut you off 3 times, blocked your ability to go forward, and honest to God, all he needed was a light for a cigarette.
All he needed was a lighter. So I rolled the window down, I gave him the lighter. He lights a cigarette, he pats me on the shoulder, he says, thank you very much, and he gets back in his truck and drives away.
That is bizarre.
Yeah, I wanted a cigarette.
God damn, man.
I would never have guessed that either.
If you gave me a list of 20 reasons to guess why this person is driving this way, I would not have guessed.
Do you have a light?
Yeah, if Do You Have a Light was 19 of my 20 guesses, I still would not.
And Grey Poupon.
God damn.
What did you say? I didn't think that that would happen. 844-999-OLA.
Things are different there. Hello, Will. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So, my story is basically about 15, and I just had a pet bird for a long time to take out to the mall and everything. It was a hot day out. And
What kind of bird? What kind of bird? Was it a macaw?
Little cockatoo type bird.
Is that the little white one that Beretta had on his shoulder?
It had like the yellow feathers right at the top of its head, gray.
How long did you have? How long did you have this bird for?
She had this bird for God, since she was like 5-10 years or something.
Okay,
it was her favorite bird.
Yeah, well, they live forever. That's we just had a caller on not too long ago, so these things can live to be 50 years old, 60 years old.
Yeah, the bird's going to live longer than the caller had left on Earth.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was a hot day out, and I'm like, oh, God, I feel bad for it in the cage. I'm like, she's taken outside. I'll bring it outside, let it flap around on the ground, and totally, feel free. Bring it outside, and it flew away on me. I was like, oh, crap.
Wait, how long did it take for this bird to take off after you got it outside?
I did, like, 5 minutes, not even.
It just took off. It flew away?
It flew away, and it flew up to a tree. I'm starting to climb the tree, trying to get the bird, going, here, Petey, Petey. And, oh, my God, my mom comes home. I'm up in a tree. She's like, what are you doing? I tried taking the bird for a walk.
Did you ever get the bird back?
No.
All right.
It flew off.
Okay.
Family gives me crap for it all the time.
You said she'd had this bird since she was 5 years old.
Since she's at least, I guess at least, 8, 10 or something.
And how old was she when you let this bird go?
Probably right around 15.
All right.
Something like that.
Okay, yeah.
What was her reaction when you had to tell her that the bird flew away?
Oh, she was mad at me for a while there. Except just like, oh my God. I'm like, I thought you could take it outside. I swore she took it everywhere with her. But I guess its flight feathers grew back or something.
Oh,
yeah. I would assume my bird would fly away if I took it outside.
I would too. I would assume if I let my dog out without a leash, it'd be gone.
It would take off.
It would take off.
Might take off, but they'll come back.
Mine wouldn't. Mine would. No way.
My dog took off one time. I was so pissed because you're more angry than anything. It's a couple of summers ago. And I'm angry, and then I'm like, I need to calm down because the way I'm saying the dog's name, there's no chance.
It's scary.
Because I'm just annoyed, right?
Yeah.
So it turns out she went 2 houses up, and there's a bunch of dudes out there playing basketball. By the time I got to her, she had officially become their mascot. So they're like, dude, is this your dog? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh. I'm like, well, she can hang for 5 more. Seriously.
Then we got to go.
Yeah, these guys are 18, 20 years old playing hoops, and the dog's just having fun with them. So I'm like, Jesus Christ, I cannot believe it. I'm going to stand here because they like my dog.
Dude, Tigger, whenever he got out, he would run straight down the street to another little dog named Zuzu and start going at it.
Fight him or have sex with him?
With her.
With her.
Yeah. I mean, but it was a given. Like, if he bolted from the door, he was down the street with Zuzu.
Was Zuzu cool? I mean, was she like sending him vibes all the time? Or?
She was like a little Jack Russell. You know, he was a Scotty.
I would call her Jane Russell.
She was waiting for him like, thank God you're here.
I've been waiting for you, Tigger.
Yeah,
Give it to me, Tigger.
I caught him behind a shed once. Like humans, like hiding.
Just going at it.
You know why? Because when you all have sex and you know someone's looking for you, you don't want them to bother you.
Well, we made him stop because...
How do you make him stop?
I mean, do you just yell?
You go like, hey...
They're small dogs. If you yell at them enough...
I mean, like, okay, listen. If you tried to pick me off of someone while I'm having sex, I would bite you.
Right.
If that was my...
There's no question I'd bite you.
I escaped for this one reason. I ran down the road. We hid so no one would see us. Leave me the hell alone. I'm going to have to bite you.
But if I kicked in your door and yelled Miles in the tone of voice you would yell at the dog, you would stop.
Okay.
It's just a natural reaction.
I would stop. But when I realized that I know you, I'm back to my business.
You could, but Tigger didn't know. He thought he was going to get hurt.
Tigger didn't know.
Yeah.
Right? Well, the other thing, too, is, man, we could...
Why does that sound so bad?
What?
Well, wait. Who gets stuck with the puppies? It seemed, when I was growing up, every once in a while, someone did not get their the female dog face or the male dog face, whatever. It was an unexpected pregnancy. As a kid, I just hated it. Because you'd see these dogs that you knew walking down like the driveway and their nipples are just dragging. And this is a sore spot for me. That is disgusting. But they'd have all these puppies. There are only 6 or 7 puppies. But it seemed like whoever owned the bitch, they're the ones dealing with the puppies.
Yeah, I guess
like
you're right.
Like, and even though you knew, like the guy that lived, like you're saying, 2 doors away, we know your dog.
So it's like people.
It's like people, right? But somehow they're not on the hook for this, and then like you're stuck with 5 or 6 puppies.
Oh, she's slutty.
Yeah,
right.
My dad just put the fear in God in us. So it's like, there's puppies, blah, blah, blah. All right. So every time Tigger took off, it was like, you run down and get him off
the puppy.
Get off Zuzu. Get off her.
Well, first of all, maybe Tigger shouldn't have had any balls.
Yeah.
I mean...
Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, was he fixed?
No.
Obviously not.
If he's trying to F every time he got out, all he wanted to do was get it on.
Yeah.
Remember, a teenager, if your parents go out of town, right, all you're trying to do is get laid.
Yeah.
When did you say I did not think that would happen? 844-999-OLA. More your calls coming up. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
A Florida animal hospital announced the death of a beloved community alpaca Saturday.
They have a community alpaca.
I sure do. Creekside Animal Hospital in Fleming Island wrote, "It is with a heavy heart that we want to inform our clients and friends at Swimming Pen Creek Elementary that our youngest alpaca that was born out on the shared field over a year ago has passed away. According to the Post, a man in a blue car is responsible for the death of the alpaca. The animal hospital said he would dump food onto the field multiple times a week and that they had spoken to him on multiple occasions. Most recently, he left 3 boxes of animal crackers, a large bag of Doritos, 2 boxes of cheese nips, and 2 bags of whole peanuts, according to the animal hospital. The animal hospital said the man leaves the litter behind every single time we clean it up. The Post said this was the first time peanuts were dumped and the youngest alpaca overindulged. The hospital said it did everything they could for him, even a blood transfusion from his father, but the young alpaca died nonetheless. The animal hospital said it worked on him for 36 hours, could not bring him back. Employees of the animal hospital said they are now in fear for the rest of the herd, including the goats. They said that they will likely be moving them to a new location because they have no way to protect them from the man with a blue car who feeds him Doritos, animal crackers, 2 boxes of cheese nips, and a bag of whole peanuts. Our question, when did you say, I didn't think that would happen? 844-999-OLA.
2 quick comments here. It says, I said I didn't think that would happen when I found out my girlfriend was pregnant. All 3 times. And then this one, Ted, we were talking about your dog, Tigger.
Yeah.
Who, what was the
Zuzu.
Zuzu. So anytime your dog got out, just, if it could, it's going to make a beeline for Zuzu and play the Barry White and get it on.
Correct.
So we're wondering if the dog was fixed. This guy sends in a text and it says, my dog's vet, I like how he points that out. So not your vet, but your dog's vet.
Yeah.
My dog's vet told me that even if I fixed my dog, that he would not want to stop getting laid because he's already, quote, smelled the bitch in heat. They just always remember the scent.
Oh, yeah.
Well, right, because some dogs
So once he gets a whiff.
Yeah.
But then they say, And I always disagree with this. I say if a dog's humping something, it's just, like dominance or whatever.
Well, if he's humping your leg, right, that's the idea. Like, he's not really humping you to, like, get there. He's just trying to say, like, you're my bitch.
What's the equivalent of that
They say
smell?
that, but then Miles' old dog, aptly named Miles, would also have sex with the pillow. And I'm like, listen, I don't think that dog is trying to exert dominance over the pillow. I think he's trying to get his stuff off, man.
What smell would be that powerful for a human being? I mean, seriously.
Baked bread.
Pizza.
Like what is
The
the smell?
detergent aisle
What
at
is
the grocery
smell that
store?
makes it just-
Cinnabon.
that stops you
Yeah.
in your tracks and make you go, oh, God. Sometimes for me, it's just the smell of a grill.
I was going to say, a grill
Charcoal.
in the fall specifically.
Charcoal.
There's a
And it
difference.
kind of reminds me of, like, tailgating and this and that.
Yeah.
There's that, but I feel like the difference is this. You're right. You smell a grill, but we don't then walk
Alter
into
our
someone's
life.
backyard and say, I know you don't know me, but I'm here for your party.
Right, exactly.
But
That's
when
how
you
strong
do
this
smell
grill is.
Cinnabon, like, you're not even hungry, but you still might like, God damn it, man. I'm going to go pick one of the, even if it's to eat later, you'll do it.
I've tried.
Try what? To join someone's grilling
I do
party?
it to my neighbors all the time.
I'll tell you what.
We have, like, a shared, like, patio deck.
Yeah. So what, if they're cooking something you like, you just kind
I
of
don't know, but I always walk over and go, what are you guys grilling? Hasn't worked yet.
Oh, you're just
because they're just two dudes. They're a couple. But I'm
They haven't
hoping,
invited you yet.
I'm hoping eventually they'll just be like, we got a third steak. I'm like, yes.
I know
Yes, that's going to
I
happen.
know you worked in a pizza place for a little while, but
Yeah.
so you probably don't care. But when you get a pizza, you order a pizza, and you forget what it's like to walk into a place where they're making pizza in a pizza place, and you eat there. And when
Yeah.
you walk in, you get that smell of pizza. You're like, oh my God.
No, listen.
Oh my God. Because the smell of pizza at the place you eat it, that place smells
Because it only
great.
smells like, because pizza's been made there all day.
All
There's
day long.
And look, I worked there for years, but it's one of the few foods that I handled all the time, every day, for however long it was, and never got sick of it. Like, pizza to me it's like water for life, man. It is the universal solvent.
I love the smell of
I
pizza.
did it for years. And people always said, did you get sick of pizza? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I really didn't, man.
What did you say? I didn't think that would happen. 844-999-OLA.
I would say a donut shop, too.
Yeah, right. You're right, though. If I,
I don't
smell
like
it, I'll
donuts
go
as
in.
much as pizza, though, is my problem.
I don't, but I'm more apt, just price-wise, I'm more apt to say, you know what, man, I'm going to stop and get a donut than a slice of pizza.
At donut shops, I don't know why. You feel okay ordering a pizza. Like, you know what? Screw it. Let's get pizza tonight. But I feel like the older you get, it's got to be specific. Like, we're going to get donuts. But every time you walk in, I remember how much I love donuts.
I can eat one donut and call it a day.
I
there
cannot
are
do
times-
that.
Get out of here.
Yes, I can. Absolutely.
If
But-
there's one donut, I can, but like every once in a
but
while,
I'll eat
someone will
4
drop
pieces
off.
of pizza.
Well, sure,
You
but
know,
to
like,
me,
I
it's
And
all the
4
same.
donuts. It sounds like a good day.
Why wouldn't you do both?
Because I can't. It's
They
too
bring,
much
like-
carbohydrates.
Yes, there are, but they're delicious
I won't poop for
carbohydrates.
days.
It doesn't matter.
Back me up,
If
man.
I'm backed up on donuts, I'm like, it was worth it, man.
What's
It
wrong
is
with him?
worth it.
He's backed up on donuts.
And he's unapologetic.
Why does he have that scowl on his face?
The donuts hurt now, but they're delicious.
Because his butt is a plunge.
I'm lactose
Plunge
intolerant
gut.
and will crush a chocolate
Plug.
milkshake. I know it's going to hurt. It doesn't matter. It's a delicious
Yeah, you really
pain.
don't care. You don't
I just don't.
When did you say I didn't think that would happen? 844-999-OLA.
You know, when I say that out loud, I'm like, man, there's something wrong with me.
Does it really hurt? I don't think it hurts.
It does.
It does not hurt.
It does hurt. Yeah.
It physically hurts?
Yes. No, mentally, Miles.
I know, but like,
I
I know, why would you do it?
Physically, it hurts.
And then you fart all day, then why would you do that to yourself?
Because it's so delicious. This is my point. It tastes that good to me.
Okay.
I will
All right.
continue, and it's going to hurt, and your stomach cramps up, and you blow out
Is there
awful
anything else
farts.
that you eat that does that?
No.
Just
milk
dairy.
shakes. No, not even dairy, man.
What
Like
if you have a big old glass of milk?
if it's liquid, it's over. Right?
Okay,
So
all right,
if I
okay.
eat, if it's liquid, it becomes liquid. If I eat solid, it stays solid. So if I eat cheese, I'm fine. You're not going to fart, doesn't hurt. But there's little things that I did not realize, and then I'll forget about. So like Alfredo sauce, right?
Yeah.
You totally forget about it. Go to a restaurant, dude. And it's
I think Alfredo sauce affects everybody's stomach.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm like, I'm not done with my meal yet, and I'm like, oh God, I forgot to consider this. Right? I mean, seriously, you don't think about it. And the other one, and this one kills me because I think they're delicious. All right, so with the chocolate milkshake, if I drink one, I'm good with one. It's understood. But milk stouts, as in a beer, I think are some of the best tasting beers possible. And again, I did not piece this together about 3 years ago. Daytime drinking.
That's milky.
Threw down like 6 or 7 of them, man, and that night was dreadful for me. I haven't not had a milk stout since, and I miss them, man.
Wasn't just you.
Oh, got the peanut butter ones, too. What did you say? I did not think that would happen. 844-999. Ola, more your calls coming up here in seconds.
Hola! The shenanigans continue on the Men's Room Radio Network.